Hi everyone, this is Jessica D'Amber. So today we are making my Christmas chocolate chip cookies. I was so excited. I was in the store the other day and I finally found some candy canes, the first time this season. So I just wanted to come home and try a recipe with the candy canes. Now what says Christmas better than the flavors of peppermint and chocolate all mixed together, right? So these cookies are awesome. All right, so I have my oven going at 350 degrees. We are now just gonna mix our dry ingredients. So I'm gonna take some salt, I'm just gonna put it in a bowl, some baking soda, and then we're gonna take 2.5 cups of flour, and just make sure you level it off really nice. All right, I don't know what it is about chocolate chip cookies. You know, I asked my son the other day what he likes about chocolate chip cookies. You know what his answer was? Chocolate chips. Right, so I don't think anybody knows what they just love chocolate chip cookies, and they're even eating the chocolate chip cookie batter before it even goes into the oven. All right, so I need a 1/2 cup more. Just grab a little scoop. All right, so we need another 1/2 cup. But it's a good thing, you know, because chocolate chip cookies, if you've made them, I'm sure you've noticed, they don't last that long. They last a few days at the most, so you really want to be eating them as fast as you can, right? All right, so close that up. So you just want to whisk this together really quick. Just mix all those 3 ingredients together, and I like to do this first and just set aside the dry ingredients, kind of get it out of the way. Okay, so that's that. So we'll put that over here. All right, so I have also I've already beat my butter and my regular sugar and my brown sugar together. Okay, so I'm going to put this back over here on the mixing stand. So you want to beat those together until they're nice and creamy, right? All mixed together. Let me just get this thing back together. Okay. All right, so now we are going to add 2 eggs and our vanilla extract. Right, I like to add the eggs one at a time, and you want to add them and you want to just mix them really well until it's all blended into the batter. Okay, so just let that go for 2 seconds, and then we're going to add our other egg right into this batter, and then we're adding about 1.5 teaspoons vanilla. Right, so every chocolate chip cookie has the vanilla extract mixed in. Some people do like to add almond extract as well. I prefer just vanilla, so I do about 1.5 teaspoons. 1.5. Okay. I'll put that there. And just let that go for a second. Then we are going to take our dry ingredients and we're just going to mix that right into this batter here. And I'm going to put this on low. Well, let's just make sure it's blended, put it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this on low and we're gonna mix in our dry ingredients, and you wanna mix them in slowly until they're nice and incorporated, but you do not wanna over mix your batter. All right, so you just wanna mix until it's just blended. Okay, so I'm gonna finish mixing this, adding in my flour, and I'll be back and I will show you guys how and when we add those candy canes. So we're gonna finish making our Christmas chocolate chip cookies with that special candy cane ingredient. All right, so I finished mixing my batter. Now we're gonna add the good stuff to the cookies, all right? So I have milk chocolate chips, and I have semi-sweet mini chips, and I have our candy canes, of course. All right, so the candy canes I use, I just take about 12 candy canes, put them in a Ziploc baggie, and I just mash them up. All right, so you get them all smushed up like that. So I just want to dump everything in here, all that goodness into this bowl, and just makes it smell like Christmas in here. It's so exciting. Okay, just dump that in. All right, and I do need a spoon. All right, so we are just going, I mean, just look at that. All that chocolate and candy canes. I know, you just want to eat the batter. That's why people eat the cookie dough batter, because it's so good. All right, I'm just gonna mix it all together And then we're gonna scoop it. And as I'm mixing this, the candy cane is just coming up into my face and I can smell it. It's so good. It's just such a strong smell. All right, here we go. Just get that all blended. And then we're just gonna make sure it's good. And then I'm just gonna take like a teaspoon and I'm just gonna put them on our little baking sheet. All right, so I have my baking sheet all ready to go. I always do that first, so I get that out of the way too. All right, so we're just gonna take our teaspoon. I like big teaspoonfuls, they're probably more like tablespoons, and just put them on your sheet about 2 inches apart, because remember, chocolate chip cookies do expand, so you don't want them all to come together. All right, so something interesting that I learned the other day is that chocolate chip cookies were invented in 1938 at the Toll House Inn in Whitman, Massachusetts. I didn't know this. Maybe you guys did, but so that was almost 80 years ago. And they were so popular at this inn that they started making care packages for the soldiers in World War II, and they'd ship these care packages to them with these chocolate chip cookies. Well, the soldiers loved them so much that they started writing home asking for the recipe. And the Toll House Inn was they had so many letters coming in. And this is what started the nation's craze over chocolate chips. So it was 80 years ago. And now they've just become such a popular cookie, especially around Christmas time. All right, so I really like to make my chocolate chip cookies big. Obviously, you guys can tell. But you can make them really any size you want. All right, so I am going to finish scooping these onto this baking sheet, and then I'm going to put them in the oven for 350, which I have heated up, for about 10 to 12 minutes, depending on your oven. Just check them. I know I don't like to overcook my chocolate chip cookies because I like them nice and gooey and soft, the chocolate all gooey in there. All right, so I'm going to finish up now. All right, time to go in the oven. So the cookies are out of the oven. I had them baking. It was probably about 13 minutes. But I mean, they just look, you could see, I don't want to touch them because they just came out of the oven, but you could just see that chocolate and those candy canes. All right, so we're just gonna add some more flavor to these cookies. I have some chocolate peppermint Hershey candy canes. These things are great. I mean, just imagine a peppermint mocha latte or even a hot chocolate with whipped cream and this on top. I mean, this candy canes crushed up on whipped cream, that just sounds really good to me. And then a cookie along with that. That'd be great. All right, so you wanna add these. I crushed them up again, and you just wanna sprinkle them on top of your cookies as they're still a little bit hot, because you kind of want them to settle into the cookie before it cools off too much. And then you have the perfect chocolate chip cookie for Christmas. All those good flavors in it. Just a little bit more. You can add as much as you want. Okay, I think that is it. So I am going to go have myself a chocolate chip cookie, maybe two, and maybe a cup of hot chocolate with these on top. But I will see you guys next time.